What is this? This is Rollercoaster Tycoon 4? This is the sequel we have waited for 10 years for. I know there's a PC one coming out, but this came first, and I don't even think they considered the PC version until this one came out and totally flopped. What's wrong with it? Well, just about everything. I'm going to start with the most obvious things, the things that you would expect from a mobile game, the things that they say we should have expected, the things that they're like, oh, well, you should have seen this coming. It's a mobile game. You should see these things coming before you buy it. And those are the plus signs next to the gold and the tickets. The tickets being a premium-only currency that you cannot earn in-game unless you level up, which only gets you a very small number of them. Now, let's take a coaster. Let's just take a simple coaster such as, say, the titanium coaster, which is the only one, by the way, in this game that looks remotely decent. The other ones look absolutely terrible. The wooden one, as you may or may not have noticed, has no banked curves. That's right, no banked curves. And I'll get to that later. And then you get the steel one, and I don't even have one. But you get the titanium one. You get that little piece of shit called the titanium one. It actually looks cool. You finally make your own coaster, and you're like, oh, great. But what about the pre-built ones? Because the pre-built ones, strangely, get a lot more popularity than the ones you build, and they do it every time. Well, if you look at the price for some of the larger titanium coasters, they cost about, between 76 and 84 tickets. Let's average that to about 80 tickets. Let's go into the store now. How much does it cost to get that much? Well, there's 65 tickets for $10. You want to get 5 more? That's going to be another, $1. You want another 5 more? That's another $1. You want 5 more? That's another $1. You've got 80 tickets. That is $13. $13 if you want to buy one of those coasters. And just one, then you'll be out of tickets. But wait, you don't want to sit around some stupid cow clicker game and build up coins and levels and have to deal with all this stuff. You just want to get to the good ones, right? Let's go with the carbon coasters, the ones that are actually half decent. You want to start unlocking these now? Well, you can unlock the custom one for 35 tickets. How much is that? That's a little over $5. That's not bad, but until you actually build the coaster, and I'll get to that in a minute. Then you want to build some of the pre-built ones. You start at 95 tickets. That's going to set you back approximately $15. You want to get one of the bigger ones? It's going to get you up as high as 288 tickets. How much is that? Let's see. Well, you can buy a pack of 150 tickets for $20. You need twice that number. You're going to be set back $40 to buy that coaster and only that coaster. But what about the simulation aspect? This is Rollercoaster Tycoon, a game where the previous 3 games were fantastic when it comes to being a simulation. No, there's no simulation whatsoever. This is your park rating up there. That's your park rating up there on the top in the green with a nice little happy face balloon next to it and a little sign that says 83%. And below it, you see a little number of people. It's not that good. The park rating is determined very simply by how many rides you have and what type they are. The number of guests directly copies that. You can only get as many guests as your park rating is compared to your actual limit of guests. And yes, there is a limit to the number of guests you can get. How do you increase it? You build hotels. How do you upgrade hotels? Tickets. Want to buy more hotels? Well, just fork out the gold. So let's take these food stands that I've labeled anywhere. They said you're supposed to be variety with the food. If you want to get more money, you have to do variety and check in often and do all kinds of stupid stuff to check in and just gather it every hour. Hey, they have one. If you want to get the most money, you have to log in every single minute and collect. But no, I'm doing it this way where you actually generate a decent amount of cash. How much does each one get? Approximately 2,000 gold. All right, well, let's go into the hotels. Let's see what the next hotel is. 50,000 gold. That means I'm going to need about 25 food stalls collections at full value. How many do I have right now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, I'm not that bad off. Why? Because this game's economy doesn't work. They say you have to have variety for guests to go to the food stalls. You don't. You just put them anywhere and they will gather income over time. They don't even have to be a specific type. I have a nice lemonade line here. It's all lemonade all the time. Generates a ton of money. How do they contradict that? Well, every time you build one, the price goes up. It's now to 11,300 gold just to build a single food stall. Want to build a custom coaster? It costs a small amount of tickets. To begin construction anyway. Once you're done, it's going to cost you another 5 tickets. And then if you want to add in any specials, that's going to cost you even more tickets. Have I put any money into gain tickets in this game? Hell no. Because that's also a part where the game's economy is broken, is that it is way too easy to level up, and every time you level up, you get tickets. It is also way too easy to accomplish the ticket-giving goals, with the exception of one, which I will never complete, which says it pays to be social, where you have to connect to Facebook. And I have no intention on letting this game rub its face all over my book. The price of this so-called titanium coaster, which really in all actuality should have been the steel coaster, was over 120,000 gold. Now the game's simulation of money still supposedly is the same as it was before, which is that you start with 10,000 gold and you work your way up from there. So 120,000 gold. This wouldn't have costed anything near that in an actual Rollercoaster Tycoon game. But let's just start simple. Let's build some attractions. You get a 3,000 gold Ferris wheel, 3,000 gold merry-go-round. Those are your first 2 attractions. Why? Because that gives you a good idea that, oh, everything's going to be cheap. Let's start the chain carousel, 7,300. Then we're up to 10,500. Let's keep going. I am up to the freefall drop zone. 140,000 gold. 140,000 gold. 140,000 gold. Are you kidding me? This is a joke. That costs more than the coaster did. And this coaster is supposedly the second most advanced one on the list. Does the game have any redeeming factors whatsoever? Not one. This is a $3 game, and if you really want to be able to enjoy yourself for a decent number of hours, you'll be forced to fork out in-app purchases or wait for several months. Your better option? Take $10, go online, and get a downloadable version of Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. That is a far better deal. The graphics are considerably better than this bland piece of shit. But let's talk about maybe some of the things that made Rollercoaster Tycoon, fun. Some of the things that were more amusing to do. For example, you can customize coasters, so technically, you could run the coaster and make people die, right? Wrong. You actually can't construct a coaster until it is finished. When you're building a coaster piece by piece, it does not count as constructed. You have to finish the design and then pay for it afterwards. It does not tell you the price until you are done. How does building coasters work? Well, let's start with the fact that you can't rotate your view. And let's also notice the fact that there's no chain lift on either this wooden roller coaster or the steel one. They're just mysteriously, whenever they seem to crawl to the point where there's no actual speed left, they just keep going uphill. Why? You don't need a chain lift in this game. Because coasters don't really have physics. They have no crash physics whatsoever, and their intensity is based on a single rating, which is simply the excitement rating. The intensity rating is gone, the nausea rating is gone. Also, I find it very curious, the maximum speed of this so-called coaster is only 34.5 miles per hour. Yes, at its maximum speed, this titanium coaster, which I'm just going to start calling the steel coaster because it honest and truly is only 34.5 miles per hour. The game does not allow you to bank your curves. You may notice there are banked curves on this coaster. It does it for you. This is why there are no banked curves on the wooden coaster. It does not let you have them whatsoever. It decides that wooden coasters can't have banked curves. I've always been curious to try something, and I'm going to do that for later on in this review, with the steel coaster when I actually build one. Let's move on to some of the updates they've added, some of the things that they've done to supposedly make this game better. They shortened the build times by how much? About 5%. I did a calculation on this because food stands originally took 5 minutes to construct. They then took 4 minutes and 45 seconds to construct. Then in the most recent update, they added the Engineers Center. What's that do? It reduces the build time by how much? Another 5%. How much is that in total? 10%. And on a food stand, that's fine because you don't have to wait 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which is still stupid because you could have built them instantly. But when you build something such as, say, the Centrifuge Ride, which replaces the Enterprise from previous games, and it takes 24 hours to build, and that is with a 10% reduction in time. I did not sign up for this to sit through wait timers of several hours, if not an entire day. And on top of that, what is this crap with upgrading rides? Why is it that you have to upgrade rides for them to actually become effective in your park? and if you don't upgrade them, they're generally stuck at a much lower rating than they should be. Is there any way you can customize the rides outside of simply placing them? No. Only coasters allow you to do that. How many coasters are there? 4. Is there any real difference between the coasters? No. There is no difference whatsoever in how the physics work, or the special pieces or anything. Technically, you get helixes on the upper coasters, but that's it. The difference is that the larger coasters, as in the more expensive ones, such as the steel and then the titanium and the carbon, just have a higher maximum excitement rating. Yes, there is a maximum excitement rating. With the wooden roller coaster, that maximum excitement rating is 2.8. With the titanium coaster, that maximum rating is 7.2. You have to build these more expensive coasters so you can get a higher excitement rating. There is no other purpose to them whatsoever. And it's very strange when you're building this coaster that highly resembles the steel coaster, and suddenly you have access to water splashes because they were too lazy to remove them from the wooden roller coaster. That's how similar they all are. As far as speed goes, there seems to be very little difference. This is the maximum height, and I was very pleased with that because it let me have some fun with the coaster, but in reality, it's all worthless because even if the coaster cannot make it around the track physically, it will make it, because the so-called invisible chain lifts will continue to move it around the track. So what's the most complete thing about this game? Everything in it's broken. There's nothing here worth seeing. Rides break down? Can you hire mechanics to fix them? No. You get to sign in and manually fix them. How do you go against this? Another thing that the game's economy is broken on, the maintenance section, where you pay gold to hire so-called maintenance. Literally just maintenance. I'm not saying maintenance workers, just maintenance. And it keeps your rides maintained. I'm fairly certain this was supposed to work in terms of minutes. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, etc. With the maximum 100 minutes costing 4 tickets, meaning you'd be worth it. While the one below it being 60 minutes for 1,000 coins. Unfortunately, I think this is broken because it actually means 60 hours. You only have to spend 1,000 gold to get 60 hours of maintenance for the park. It's almost like they said, oh, this maintenance system is stupid. Remove it. And they haven't fixed it. They've gone through several updates and they have not yet fixed it. So it's clearly here to stay. What's this massive building that's taking up way too much space? In a park that, by the way, is way too small. Unless you expand it for exponentially increasing numbers of coins. It's the music center. What's it do? Nothing. Literally. It does nothing. You purchase music with tickets, which I've done, from the previous games. I did it because I had tickets and I wasn't sure what to do with them. That's the only purpose. Can you use that music on your rides? You can't. Can you import into your iPod library? No. Can you even select which song you want to play in the background? You can't do that either. It actually shuffles them on its own. And speaking of music, the Rollercoaster Tycoon 4 theme is terrible. Absolutely abysmal. Especially in comparison to the old ones. The only thing that's kept me playing this game at all has been that music center in the most recent update. It is the only reason this park has expanded beyond what the tutorial had me build, was listening to that. And I wish it had never been made so I had never wasted my time. How much would it cost me to increase the land by just a tiny amount? 30,000 coins. I don't want to pay that. Oh, how much will it cost me to get 30,000 coins to expand it? Quite honestly, it wouldn't cost me that much. I spent $5, I got 30,000 plus 25,000 left over. But once I expand it, the next plot will cost more, and the next plot would cost even more. The price has been exponentially increasing. The first plot only costed, I think, 1,000 coins. It just keeps increasing. And yes, I have already had to expand this park several times. When it starts out, the limits are barely beyond anything. This center area, even the wooden roller coaster, goes outside the limits of what I originally had by a long shot. Should you buy this game? Absolutely not. It costs $3 up front, and the truth is, it's worth the $3. You know why? Because let's compare it to a game that costs $60 at retail and gets you 4 to 8 hours at least of solid gameplay that you should enjoy. By that comparison, $3 shouldn't get you jack shit. Should you buy it anyway? No, because you can just save an extra $7, which is effectively a lunch at some places, and just buy Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 online on a fixed downloadable version that works on modern PCs. That's what should be done. You should not buy this piece of crap. Welcome to Roller Screw Up Tycoon 4. Can't even... Here, you guys want to hear the menu theme while I'm doing this? Let's do that. Let you guys hear what the new music for Rollercoaster Tycoon 4 sounds like. The whole, like... Cancel, please. Please, no. Stupid notification, go away. Alright. So this is Rollercoaster Tycoon. Stop! I'm getting notifications. Alright, so this is I'm the live section of the review that I already started to do. And you can hear the audio spring up in the background because my recording thing is very, very bad, honestly. I need to improve it. I should just get an HDMI capture and just plug it into that. In fact, I could do that, I just don't have an HDMI capture thing. I need to get around to getting one, so... I'm here to take on some of the physics things. So I built this little simple steel coaster over here, as you can see. Whenever I start to edit, my park rating mysteriously drops. I find that very amusing. The physics in this game, as I already mentioned, there's no chain lifts or anything. You can just go up and down, and if the coaster slows to a point where it wouldn't be able to go on anymore, it just sort of stops. I mean, that looks like it's going pretty fast there, doesn't it? I mean, you want to know how fast that's moving? That's moving at 35.8 miles an hour at top. 35.8 miles an hour. That is... No, I don't. That's 35.8 miles per hour. So let's take on some of the more physics-based challenges. I'll give them credit where it's due. The coaster building part works. Somewhat. You can't control banked curves, but that's about it. So let's do this. We're going to make a loop right here. And just go back into this... Oh, right. Maybe I should make a loop to the left. And, it is a loop to the left. I'm an idiot. No! Really? Actually, let's just see how much that would... Oh my god. The bigger the coaster, the more time it takes to build. So, how much... This is a 2.9 excitement rating out of 5.1. That's actually halfway filled. And that's more, actually, than my wooden coaster, which gets 2.8. This gets 2.8, 2.9. 2.9? This is a joke. But let's add in a loop. Let's make it more fun. Now people have to enjoy it. It's got a loop. You're right, it does. Look at the excitement rating now. It's a whopping 3.3. Shouldn't be able to go that high. And here's the funny thing about having no lift hills and no physics. This is happening. And then it'll speed up as it goes down the lift. Whee! Look at that line. No queue or anything. Don't need a queue. That's not like I can build one anyway. Unlocked at level 25. Yep. They don't need bathrooms. Bathrooms are decorations now, I might add. Let's collect from the lemonade line here. Just generating money because the economy's broken beyond repair. I had some extra tickets, so I purchased music here and there, and there I really honestly shouldn't have. I'm very upset that I did it, to be completely honest with you. Whew. Welcome back. We're going to do the next segment now. We're going to not do it to this music. Perfect. Pull up a rock style 2 from the old games. This. Welcome to the most complete thing in this entire game. Yep. You're seeing this right. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm making burgers in a Rollercoaster Tycoon game. What the hell is up with this? Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm out of buns. Go figure. This is literally the most complete thing in the game, and the only thing that's decently fun. And that's very, very upsetting. In a Rollercoaster Tycoon game of all places. This is what we get. This is what they shove at us and tell us eat it. Actually, quite literally shove it at us and tell us eat it, so it's kind of amusing itself. Oh, great. Run out of buns again. So I'll start with onions this time. Is there any real reason to doing this? There honestly and truly isn't. Like... Oh. It's lovely that it just sort of makes sure that you cannot put them in if they're not correct. And let's do one more. Why not? Because I feel like it. Tomato, cheese, bun, send on. There. That's it. That's literally the most complete thing in this game. No, I don't want to try again, actually. That's the easiest way to level up, too. It gets you more experience than anything else does. I still have a little coaster over here. Let's change the name to... It actually scrolls if you do that. It's amusing. Good. I hope they don't ban... Actually, I don't care if they ban me for this. Anything else worth doing? So do I. So do I, pal. Ooh. Well, I don't, because I'm not forking out. How much is it? 57,400 coins. Alright. Oh, by the way, we've gotten to the point now where the rides I'm going to be unlocking next are going to cost tickets, which is great. Same thing's already happened here. We've got ticketed items like the casino. Why would they have a casino in a Rollercoaster Tycoon game? A steakhouse restaurant. I mean, what the hell? Actually, I think they had a casino in Rollercoaster Tycoon. Alright, build one. I hate how this game kind of forks social onto you. I have not yet signed up for Facebook, as you can see. And I have absolutely no intention on signing up for Facebook because it's stupid. Build another food stand and start selling hot dogs. Okay, you know what? Hot dog, hot dog. Actually, it doesn't matter. Here's the funny thing, is that you can actually build them of any type and then change them. But just that I don't glitch the game, which I more than likely will if I don't build specifically a hot dog stand, I'm going to build hot dog. But now you can change it to anything. There's my new goal coming in. I'm going to change it to a new cocktail stand. Good. Let's make it one of those. Oh, it disappeared! Perfect. There it is. Connect to Facebook. I know. Stretch out. Oh boy. Purchase more land. Watch this. For 30,000 coins, we're going to get how much space? Not that much. What can we put in there? Can we put anything in there? We can... No. Okay, I can't even, like, test it, even if I want to. I'm not doing that. Arr! Where there be a pirate ship? Guess what? It costs 75,000 coins. I'm not doing that, so... Oh, screw yourself. It costs coins to customize your coaster color, and you can't customize the track. I know that's wooden, so let's go over here to the this one. You can't customize the track color. It's stuck the way it is. And I love how they added like death and rainbow, so that way people don't get upset with them for like not having certain things and having others instead. The coaster building is okay. I won't lie. It's okay with the exception of the fact that there's no lift hills or physics, but the aspect of actually placing the track is still there. It's just there's no challenge. There's no physics, so you don't have to worry about it. It just sort of goes. I mean, it already happened on the wooden coaster. As you can see, it does not make it around this track. I just gave up at this point because I knew it wasn't going to make it over the loops, so I just built that because I knew they would go higher, and then at least the loops would look somewhat convincing. I don't even know what it's called anymore. It's like buried under supports down there. It's the go to parte. Oh! Oh! So that's what you're thinking. That's what you're thinking in this theme park? Yeah, I'm sure of that. No. It's actually the compactor. Okay. It's the cannot see station coaster. Now it'll scroll and I'll be able to actually see it. How much is the next land plot cost? So $30,000. $30,000. Ha! This isn't Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. These are coins. This is yeah. Sure. Screw it. Still 30,000. I'm surprised. It doesn't seem to be increasing anymore. But at first it was only 1,000 per land plot. Now it seems to be 30,000. It's just going to stay there. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how far out I can expand, and frankly I don't care because I'm never going to use it all. I have no intentions on ever making this game any further. You know what's funny is you can actually log in when you're offline on this game. And if you do that, I think the animations are broken. If I restart the game, it'll fix it. So let's do that. Ooh, a notification. Guarantee you. That is from Laugh-A-Lot 54 or whatever her name is. Go check her out. Oh boy. Just love watching the game load. Oh, you? What's that? Oh, it's the title. And there are the people. There's the camera and stuff, and now everything's finally loading. Okay. This one still hasn't loaded. Oh look, the animations are working again for now. They'll stop after a while, as they always do, but for now they're working. They don't mean anything. They don't stop to let visitors on. As you can see people just going in. And also, here's another curious thing. You see people coming in, and here, I'm going to keep the enter selected, and you can see the amount of coins that it currently has up for collection. People are going in right now. I'm not generating any coins. I'm still generating just like one every so often. Like, you can see that still going. I'm doing a little redemption thing here so I can demonstrate, you know, making rides. And there's noise in the background. I'm sorry about that. Alright, anyways, so, this is a little one of the redemption things. This would normally cost 95,000 coins to build. Oh boy, it's a haunted house. And no, I'm sorry, it's an Atari haunted house. Let's just build it. Oh, apparently because it was a redemption code, it only takes 10 seconds to 7 seconds because of the freaking Engineer Center. Whoa, there's already a line. I haven't even opened it yet. What? What? That was a goal? That was a goal? What? Wait a minute. This has an excitement rating of 9. This has an excitement rating of 9. This has an excitement rating of 5.8. This has an excitement rating of 2.3. Of 3.7. Like, we got 4. But 9 with a maximum of 10? That's more than the coasters. Why? That doesn't make any sense. I got the code for registering for Rollercoaster Tycoon 4 ahead of time, but why? Why would you make something like this have a rating of 9? That's just unbalanced. Look at that. Now my rating's at freaking 100%. What's this do? It's not worth anything. The park value doesn't mean jack. I can tell you that right now. See, my things are actually getting more money now. They are. It looks like. Whatever. Doesn't matter because if they don't get any guests whatsoever, they will still generate money. They will just take them twice as long. That's how broken the economy is. No. 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 You can't pick up peeps, by the way. They're just sort of there for thoughts every now and then, and the thoughts are usually pretty stupid, as you can see. They're not helpful, by the way. They're just sort of advertising. surprised the game hasn't crashed yet. I actually had to delete my footage last time because first the game crashed. I was able to fix that. But then after that, the recorder crashed. Just, I guess, from the game just overloading it with stupidity or something. Anyways, I'm done with this section. Don't buy Rollercoaster Tycoon 4. Save up your money. Just get for $10. You can go and get Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. Go to GOG.com or something. It's on Steam as well. I mean, it is worth the money. You want to spend $3 on this, you're wasting your time. Go buy a sandwich. Oh, good. I bought it out of nostalgia, and I can tell you it doesn't have any. I actually have Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 sitting here on my desktop, and I would much rather be playing it. So, yeah. Oh, really? Last I checked, restrooms were decorations. You don't need them, do you? In fact, I could delete this. It won't change anything. But yeah, don't buy this game. Keep your eyes on these guys. I hope the PC version that they didn't even conceive until this one was going to flop. I just hope it's decent. In comparison to this, I mean, you can't really get much worse, but I just hope it's decent. I'll see you guys in the next review, Let's Play, or whatever. Don't buy this game, please.